Good afternoon. My husband was a master at public speaking, as some of you may know from hearing him at these conferences. What you may not know is that his notes for these speeches were illegible chicken scratch on a yellow pad written diagonally across the page. He planned these speeches as he scribbled, and then he just did them from memory. I will not be doing that today. Last summer, we held a memorial service, and many colleagues, including some who are here today, shared beautiful messages about Rich. And here are some of them. Rich led a life of purpose, creativity, and tenacity. He spoke truth to power. He was a motor of change. And my favorite, he was a prize pain in the neck with good effect. At the memorial service, our rabbi said that the service was part of the process of moving from sadness to comfort. And there has been much that has brought me comfort over this past year that I'd like to share. So I'm going to talk about the memories, the legacy, and some of the lessons that I've learned from Rich. Last month, my daughter Lucy and I drove up to Massachusetts from DC to visit a college that she'd been accepted to. And the drive up I-95 was like time travel, because the further north we drove, the farther back my memories went of our 36 years together. We started in Arlington, Virginia in 1991, and that's where we were when Rich was at the Center for Policy Alternatives, ISS, AFSCME, the Public Sector Union, the AFL-CIO, and the SEC, and most recently, the 50/50 Climate Project. And if you need some more information about that, please see my friends at table number 2. When we drove through Delaware, I was reminded of the meetings that Rich would have there with lawyers doing shareholder litigation. In New Jersey, as we drove north, we hit the state where he was born and raised and where we bought our first house, and I remembered his policy work on economic development and affordable housing. New York City was where we first met, and where I worked for the farm workers, and that was how Rich was first introduced to shareholder activism with the Farm Workers Union. We were married in Connecticut, and that's where Rich had his first job as a community organizer with Citizen Action. And then our road trip ended here in Massachusetts, where I had my first job after college right here in Boston. So I take comfort in knowing that all I have to do to go down memory lane is just get on I-95. I'm also comforted by the knowledge that Rich had many accomplishments in his life. And this award is a very special acknowledgement of his achievements, which our entire family deeply appreciates. Of course, our children are another amazing part of his legacy, and both are very dedicated environmentalists. And lastly, what's been bringing me comfort are some of the lessons I learned from Rich. First and foremost, Rich was an organizer, and organizing is the process of creating something out of nothing through the sheer power of collective action. And it's not rocket science, but it does take skill and perseverance to do well. It's most importantly about connection, and Rich was a great organizer because he loved connecting with people. He loved schmoozing at events like this, and his favorite thing was to link people that he knew from completely different areas for their mutual benefit. He maintained a truly amazing network over the years, and his collection of business cards exploded a huge box in our house. For years, he would tell me about his friends at Ceres and some of the other groups that he worked with, and I thought to myself, these people are your colleagues. They're people you work with. They're not your personal friends. I don't know them. I'd never met them. And then when things got rough with his health, which was over a 5-year period, then I began to realize how wrong I was. His very dear friends were also his colleagues, and they were with him till the very end. He was also very close to younger coworkers who he was mentoring, and these relationships have given me comfort. And now I think of all of these people as my friends too, and that's a precious gift. I wanted to close by sharing with you the very last email that Rich received and replied to before he passed, because it was from a Ceres staff person. Hi, Rich. I just heard the news and had to write you an email. You may not know it, but you have been such an inspiration to me. It was such an honor to engage with Ceres board members like you over the years and learn so much. Your passion and commitment to the causes of justice, equity, and environmental protection will live on in the people you have touched, and I am proud to count myself among those people. More importantly, your humanity and sense of humor were always on prominent display, and I will never forget those traits. I wish you lots of love and peace, and promise to continue to keep alive the causes you have devoted yourself to. And it's signed Shalom, Dan. Rich would want all of us to keep up the fight, work hard, be brave, and at the end of the day, have a really good meal and a really good glass of red wine. Thank you very much.
Each other.